Boys and girls, grade 4, once again for your art and craft lesson. Today, I want to talk about mounting and exhibiting, mounting and displaying of your artwork. Uh, Before I continue, I want to say that whatever you do in art, whether it is a drawing, whether you do pottery, whether it is two-dimensional, whether it is three-dimensional, after you finish making your article or whatever object you are making, you are supposed to display. Now, let's go now to mounting artwork. Display and exhibition is done so that people can view and enjoy your artwork. Those are the main reasons why people are supposed to mount and display artwork, so that people can look at it, they can view it, comment about it, so that you, as the person who has done that piece of work, you can either improve where your weaknesses are found. Now, let us now look at examples of artworks that can be exhibited or displayed. These include the following. 1. Drawings, crayon etching, mountage, pottery, puppets, paintings, collage, mosaic, basketry, just to name a few. Again, when boys and girls, you are displaying these artworks, please make it possible for others to see and talk about them. Put them on a place, on a table, in a place. Display them in a place where the others are able to see and also discuss about them. Remember, I've just said up there that when they look at your work and now comment about your work, you are able to know where you can improve or where you have done well. Now, let us look at types and the uses of adhesives. Types and the uses of adhesives. Adhesives are the glues. You see, when you are mounting this work, you need to use some adhesives. What are adhesives? Adhesives are substances that are used in sticking together these art works and other things. The commonly used adhesive is glue. That is now the office glue. But of course, some plants, boys and girls, they can also be used to improvise these adhesives. Some of the plants that we can find them locally in our locality, in our environment, and they can help us to manufacture, or rather to improvise these adhesives include acacia, ebobia, and there is another plant known as thorn seed pod. But remember this, if you are improvising your adhesive using ebobia, be very careful not to touch your eyes when you are handling it. Let us now look at the so-called man-made glue. You know, I'm mentioning all these types of adhesives, how you can get them. You know, looking at the fact that there are those who live in urban areas and there are those who live in rural areas. Now, those who live in urban areas, you are in a better position to acquire man-made glues. Man-made glues include gum, glue sticks, masking tapes, office glue, and of course, you have sellotape. But remember, the choice of glue depends on what kind of artwork you are going to assemble. And there are two things that you have to understand before you display your work. There's one advantage of mounting your work. Mounting your work means putting it on a hard surface, like carton box, like clipboard and what have you, a hard surface. You mount it there. There are two advantages of doing that. Number one, you make your hard work look attractive, and also you prevent it from damage. Let us now look at the materials and tools needed to mount a piece of work. What are some of the materials and the tools that are needed to mount your work? Number one, cutting tools, like a pair of scissors. Number two, you need a ruler to measure. Number three, you need a pencil to draw to what extent your artwork is going to occupy in that mount. And then number three, you need a rubber, of course. You know, rubber is very important. When you make a mistake, you can correct. You also need the adhesive of your choice. You need an appropriate cutting service that you are going to mount, and automatically you need artwork to be mounted, and that hard paper where you are going to mount on. Now, last bit, let us look at exhibition SKUs. Exhibition SKUs. When you are exhibiting two-dimensional and three-dimensional artworks. Remember I said two-dimensional artworks, they are those artworks that you can view them from the front only, like a drawing drawn on a piece of paper. That is two-dimensional because you can only see it from the front. But when you talk about three-dimensional, is that piece of artwork which you can go around it, you know, like a model item. You can go around it, you know. Let us now see these skills. Number one, a piece of artwork should be carefully selected. Any piece of work that you decide to mount, please do carefully select it. Select your best out of your best. Number two, it should be your best work that you are happy to see and talk about. People would like to talk, you know, if you're happy about that piece of artwork, let it be seen by others and comment. Select that one you're happy about. And then number three, artwork should be neatly mounted so that it can attract viewers. Make sure that as you're mounting this work, maintain neatness. Maintain neatness. Avoid spreading glue all over the mount, all over your artwork. And then number four, the other skill is that there should be enough ventilation if exhibition is done inside a room. There should be enough room. Make sure that there's 100% saturation of air, and then there's 100% enough light, so that those who are viewing your artwork, they can see exactly what they are viewing. And then number five, there should be enough light. Of course, that one I've mentioned about. And lastly but not least, exhibition can be done also outside, not necessarily inside a room, but you can also exhibit your work outside the room, along the corridors, on the walls, provided two people can come and look at it. Now, next time, I'll talk about marionette. I'll talk about puppetry. Bye, boys and girls. See you on Monday.